In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of OkaCast. I'm your host and your best friend, Alan.
And I'm your other host, Tin.
We have upgraded a little bit. Just a little bit, though.
Yeah, we got new equipment for our podcast.
What a struggle it was.
Yeah.
We spent that last hour trying to just figure it out.
Yeah,
Just get anything going, working.
You got here at like 8, and now it's like 9:30. An hour and a half. we were having a lot of technical difficulties.
But we got it.
Yeah.
We got it. So
And now I'm holding my mic now.
welcome to the poor life, bro.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, this is how it is now. We'll have some more upgrades soon, hopefully. But yeah, I mean, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Actually, yeah. This is something that I've been thinking a lot about ever since like the quarantine started. I've gotten a chance to really think about like social interactions and like or being by yourself and how much I value both of those things, right? Like of course like I love spending time with friends and stuff, and like that's great and all, but I've realized how great it is to just be alone. Like because of the quarantine I've had to stay home a lot, and it's just like I really needed it. Just to like not talk to anyone for like a week. Or like maybe it's just like not talk to patients for a week. Maybe that's what was getting to me, I think.
Mm-hmm. I kind of feel you on that because during this whole quarantine, I haven't then again, I've been home and here. I haven't actually been home. I've actually been here hanging out at Tiffany's for like the past, I don't know, a week and a half now. I've been just like turtling up here. But it was actually kind of nice. I didn't really go out at all. Well, I didn't really go out at all. I just stayed home, stayed here, played games on the computer, which was really nice. Got a lot of time to myself, but we also got to spend time with Tiffany and her family, just watching movies, shows
Yeah,
together.
like
Just yeah.
like because I've been spending time with Sabrina, and it's just so nice to be like small groups and just hang out and like not have I just don't like going out, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I mean, have you ever experienced social anxiety, Tin?
All the time. All the time.
Yeah.
You kidding me? That's like a daily basis almost.
Yeah.
Well, at least when I go out, I don't like when I interact with people that aren't from.
Really? I feel like people would be surprised to hear that.
Oh yeah,
because you seem like a very outgoing, extroverted person.
I do. Even though I am actually like extroverted / outgoing kind of person, I still have that anxiety, in the back of my mind.
For sure.
It's still there, but like I'm always like, for me, I'm always come to face with it, or I acknowledge that it's there, but I try my best to overcome it. Like I still have it. Like, oh, I do like the weirdest stuff, but I always wonder,
like, was that weird?
Yeah, was that weird?
Do they think I'm weird?
Dude, I hope they don't think I'm too dumb or too weird,
Yeah.
But I do it anyways. Like forget what what they think. Just do it. Just be myself, and they'll take it as. But I know that you guys, friend wise, I know you guys will know that's just me. That's Tin. Whatever I do is more Tin-esque kind of thing. But whereas if I'm going out to meeting someone like a more professional work, or someone I don't hang out with on a daily basis, my anxiety was more higher because I know they don't understand me like you guys understand me. So it's much different when I have how I act with them when I act with you guys.
That
So
makes sense.
it's very different. So I was putting on a different mask for them.
Of course. Yeah. I feel that way about all social interaction. Like I always have this fear of being like rejected, or fear of like being judged or something. I don't know. I just it's always in the back of my mind, like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me do like dumb things and things that I wouldn't normally do,
Mhm.
or things that like I've been trying to like I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna be this way, and then that anxiety comes back, and I just like backpedal and like
Yeah.
do all these things don't normally do. I'm like,
I
frick,
understand. Yes,
like dang it,
you try to tell yourself like, oh, I want to be at this level with these people.
yeah.
And then when that time comes for the opportunity to
You
do it,
panic.
yeah, you're like, oh shit,
I panic,
yeah,
and then I'm like, wait a minute, like what the frick, like, and then as soon as I do it though, I'm like, dang it, you know,
when the moment's there.
yeah. I even realize that like sometimes I know it's excessive, you know. I'm like this anxiety is like unnecessary and it's like unwarranted, it's excessive. I know that like it's unreasonable, you know, like
Mhm.
it's not making any sense. But I still do it anyways because it's like I feel so powerless against it sometimes. It's just like ugh,
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like it's hard, dude.
for
Unless you
sure.
see them like every day. As long as the more you see them, that's why I feel like the more you see them, the easier it gets for them.
Hmm.
You know, but you can't be that way with people that you don't see that often.
But then I'm that way with people I do see often, like
Yeah,
just people like all the time.
yeah. I mean, that's fine though, right?
I
Like,
mean, I think I'm aware of it now, like
mhm.
more being more conscious of it. So it's like something I can
Oh,
work.
sorry. You mean that you have the anxiety even with the people that you see
Yeah,
often?
exactly, exactly.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's like, but I think I'm like aware of it, so I can like take steps to mitigate it or to, like fix it or
What's
something.
holding you back? What kind of thoughts are you
I don't.
like?
It's just like random stuff. Like I just think people are like judging me, or people are like. I just worry a lot about the way people think about me,
Mhm.
and I think that affects everything I do.
Is it particular people or just
No,
everyone in general?
every fucking body.
Yeah, okay.
But especially like people like I care about. And I'm like, all right, they're thinking this like I want them to like me,
Mhm.
want them to.
What kind of behavior do you want to show them? Or do you want to be like what kind of behavior of yourself that you want to be able to show them?
I think I'm trying to be more communicative and be more transparent about my feelings and stuff.
Mhm.
And then I mean, I want that, but wanting something and then like actually like doing it is two separate things. You know, sometimes your anxiety just gets the better of you.
Mhm.
I'm I'm trying though, you know, making s- still working at it always, you know,
Mhm.
always growing, always learning.
But I feel like it's like a two-way street.
For
I
sure.
mean, if they're not like if they don't want to hear it, then they don't want to hear it. They have
Yeah.
to like ask you, but like you can't just come up to them like, so this is how I'm feeling lately, you know?
And then they're like,
Like what?
"Shut up."
Yeah, like what the fuck? But I mean, like if they ask you about it, I'm sure if you tell them like, hey, I'm open to talking about whatever's going on in my mind. If you want to ask me any questions about my life, about my deep dark secrets.
But yeah, I feel like not just social anxiety, but like anxiety in general has been such a big part of my life.
Hmm. I think it's a big part of anyone's life.
Yeah.
I think like everyone has
S-
anxiety.
I
Definitely
of some level,
of some
right?
level. It's
Some have
just
it more than others, but everyone feels it for sure.
mhm. And then what you see when you like interact with a person is what you see as how they deal with their anxiety. Everyone deals with it their own way. I
Everything is
feel.
fake.
Yeah,
Everyone's curated. It's all
exactly.
a lie.
Some people are can
Art is a lie. Nothing is real.
a lot of people hide it away a lot better than other people do. You
True.
know.
Some people just don't deal with it and just push it down.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. But people do have it though, regardless. I'm sure like people like when they're at least for me when I go back to my own when I go back to my own personal space when I'm just by myself, I kind of look back. I'm like, did I say something or do something that's really stupid or
Yeah.
weird? I hope people don't
Like,
feel offended or any kind of thing. You know.
but imagine that feeling, but like about every single thing you've ever said. That's me.
Everything, dude.
Like
Oh man.
every interaction, I'm like, as soon as it's over, I'm like, did I say something weird?
Hmm.
Do they think I'm dumb? Did, did I offend them? And just like always, like constantly.
But like, just I feel okay. All right. So one thing recently kind of helped me like realize something. So recently I just went to work to meet up with my resident partner to work on a project. While we were like working on the project, I accidentally like let out a big burp. I burped out loud. I was like, "Oops, I'm sorry." It's like, "Damn, dude." I was like, "Okay," but honestly, if I didn't live out like now, I feel more comfortable burping around her just because I got it out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Yeah, like now she knows I burp. It's like it's a human thing though.
It's like you're in a relationship the first time you like fart.
Yeah,
You're like,
exactly.
thank God I've been holding that in
Yeah,
for 3 months.
exactly. And then you see, like, burping from someone, especially like a professional setting, it's kind of like, um, it's kind of showing that like, kind of like letting down your walls a little bit,
Yeah.
but then you see how they react to it.
I
If
mean,
they,
it humanizes you, you know? It makes it seem like, all right, we're both human. We're both
Mhm,
on the same like level, you know?
mhm. But then once you see how they react to it, if they reacted in like a positive way that you're okay with, I think you're fine to do it again.
Okay.
It's kind of
Yeah,
like
okay.
now I can feel a little bit more myself. I can be like dumb or whatever. Da, 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 da. I play music, and then if she starts like singing to it, then she's like laying down her wall a little bit too.
Hmm.
And then you know, maybe I'll join it. We can sing together, kind of thing. It's kind of about testing the waters a little bit, little by little. But
Testing the boundaries.
yeah, testing the boundaries, and then once you push those boundaries, you can see how comfortable you can be with that person, and and then at that point, the more you test those boundaries, the more you can be yourself, kind of thing. And honestly, side note, I kind of like the way these microphones sounds on. Like I don't know. This is really nice sounding right now when I talk.
XLR, baby.
I know. Okay, going back to it. But yeah, like you just push those boundaries a little bit, and then you get more comfortable, and then you realize that how much at that level you're getting than what you were before. That that super like strict anxiety level versus like if
Right.
you push those. The more you push those boundaries, the less anxiety you'll get about doing everything else.
So do you ever feel like there's a limit to how much social interaction you can handle at a time? Because I definitely have a limit.
What do you mean by that?
So like, um, so I think I'm a pretty sociable person.
Mhm,
Like, despite like all my anxieties, despite like how introverted I am, I feel like if I'm put into a social setting, I can like hang, you know.
okay.
So I mean, I'm not that weird at parties, you know. Like I can still make small talk. I can like talk to people and stuff, but I feel like I have a meter, and then if I burn up that meter, I am so like dead and done.
Oh,
I
really?
have like a battery basically. I
Hmm.
have like this much. I can handle like so much. Like let's say I have full bar,
Mhm.
I can handle like couple like 3 days in a row of just like social like party 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 party. You know, talk to people, hang out, and then once I get to zero though, I'm like I literally cannot handle any more like social interaction. I need just time to myself, and then I would just take like a day to recharge. It basically is a battery because I have to like recharge it. Basically, it feels like recharging. So a recent example would be like one day we were planning to go on a hike or something, right? You guys are all planning like going on a hike,
Mhm.
and I was like, I would love to go on a hike, but by myself,
Mhm.
because for some reason I was just like I couldn't handle social interaction that day, or like yet, you know. It was like so I was just all right. I'm gonna go hike by myself and just like be alone, just work through my like thoughts and like recharge. And then by the end of it, I was like, all right, I feel like rejuvenated. You know, I can go hang out with people. You know, that's why like later in the day I met up with you guys because I was like, I literally like could barely like talk to anyone that day. Like people, even people walking by, I was like, I'm gonna like just walk by. I'm not gonna say hi or anything. I can't even be bothered to do that.
Do you need to be lost in your own thoughts for a while,
Yeah, just
kind
to
of thing?
like sort through some stuff and like just to focus on like getting the energy back up, you know?
I would say my battery is pretty big. I can handle a lot of social settings in a while. Like if we go on another trip, for example, of like a week, I can do that. I can handle that. But I mean, I do get those moments where I just want to stay home, just relax. But it doesn't bother me. If I at least if I'm home, I can have people over. I can still interact with them. It doesn't matter. Like that's I don't know. I don't have that kind of battery to be honest. But if it is, it's just a really long one. Like I guess compared to yours, I can handle like a long battery, like a big long time going out and socializing for a
Right.
while. I don't know. It doesn't drain me that much to be honest. Like
Yeah. I'm like extremely drained. Like let's It depends though. If it's like a vacation, it's different because there's a lot of downtime. There's like a lot of resting time.
Hmm.
So if I'm on a vacation with people, I feel like I can handle that because there are moments where I can like just don't have to talk for a bit, like. But if it's like a music festival, it's like
Mm. It's
spend
constant.
time with everyone all day, go home, back to the Airbnb. You're still with people. People want to party some more, drink,
Hmm.
talk,
Yeah.
and I'm like, like I love this, but I can't handle like 3 days. Or I can't handle like more than 3 days. At the end
Hmm.
of like a festival, I'm extremely like socially drained.
Hmm.
Not like sometimes I'm not even like that tired physically. It's just like socially, emotionally. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of talking.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. Like festival time is like bonding time, to be honest. If any other way to put it, it's nice to bond with the people, and it is socially draining because your energy levels are up constantly
right.
because you're seeing the people that you don't usually see in a 3 day span
And,
of
and you
time.
want to be like fun and hang out, so you try to match the energy of everyone, or like you got to keep yourself out like bumping the whole time.
Hmm. Hmm. Exactly.
It's
And everyone's like, trying, yeah, yeah, yeah. Be like, oh my god, how long can I keep this up for? Like
yeah.
I got another 24, 48 hours to go. Okay. But yeah,
But yeah, I just find a lot of value in being alone, just like being with your thoughts. The value of like solitude,
oh
just
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
I mean that I feel like that is very important because it helps you hone in on who you are. And when you're hanging out with someone else, I feel like you're also being influenced of what their behaviors are.
yeah.
Especially for me, when I hang out with certain people, like anyone to be honest, I pick up their mannerisms really easily.
Okay.
Just because I don't know why. I think it's just my own like coping mechanism to like feel like I'm part of the group.
And like you're just finding a way to like connect with someone.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
For me,
And
it's like I try to match their energy. Whoever I'm with, I try to like if they're being goofy, I try to act goofy too. Or if
mm,
they're like calm and hanging out, like all right, I'll just chill out.
it's always
Sometimes
about
it's like
yeah, it's always adapting to what the group wants,
yeah,
you
and
know.
sometimes it's like okay, oh god, wait up, oh, shit.
I get really excited to see people. I love connecting with people,
Yeah,
which is why I don't shy away from going out too much. Besides, but if we're like clubbing like 3 nights in a row, I was like, all right, you know what, I can't. Especially that one time we went to
yeah,
go see, like Midas was our third night. I was like, oh, I can't do this no more.
exactly.
But like, if we're hanging out, it depends on the social setting, like
Right.
what we're doing, the activity wise. If it's a high level activity versus a low level activity,
Of course, of course.
then it really is very scenario based. But overall, I do love seeing people. I do love hanging out with people and love connecting with them. And then,
I mean, I love hanging out with people too. It's just like there's a limit.
but yeah, yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't get old for me. I don't know. Maybe I just enjoy it so much. Maybe because I know life is too short.
Exactly. Sometimes it's like life is so short. You gotta do what's best for you,
Hmm.
no matter what it is.
Hmm.
And for me, that's taking a little mini me vacation sometimes.
Hmm. I mean, it's good. That's good. I mean, for me too, I do take my mini vacations. I think like I talked about it before. I just don't need that long of a mini
Right.
vacation. But this quarantine vacation, however, everyone's what's crazy? This whole time everyone's complaining about quarantine. They're going crazy at home. I'm thriving right now. Like I feel
It's
like
like introvert heaven right now.
exactly. Like how like just like how I've been out for so long. I've been going out a lot. How I am. I get to go out to have fun. But now that I'm quarantined, we're all quarantined. I've been spending inside a lot more, being on my computer a lot more. It's actually a nice time because I just
Change of pace.
yeah, it's just very change of pace. I'm enjoying it. Maybe I'm just taking everything to like I'm just enjoying everything that I feel. But it's just like I get to now spend more time on my computer, my baby that I built, and is connecting with the people that I play games with online, with the people that I usually play with my computer, with the people I play with online that I usually don't play with when I go out.
Okay.
So there's like two separate, I guess in a way, is two separate groups. Like I have my introvert group of friends who are gaming online and we play the games online together, and I have my outgoing friend group of friends who
It's
are
like you're saying like you're reconnecting with your gamer friends
exactly, yeah,
versus
yeah.
your like
So in a
party
way,
friends.
I'm still socializing regardless of wherever I'm going.
But
So
it's different though. You
it's more less physical activity, but more so like I'm still like keeping my social what's it called? My social needs met.
yeah. Yeah, I just found it really interesting. This like quarantine has really like made me think about it a lot. I'm like, wow, I've been home by myself for like 4 days or like 5 days straight or something, like 4 days straight or something.
Mhm.
And I don't feel shitty about it. I feel great actually.
Mhm. I love the memes that are coming out about quarantining. Wow, some people can't really handle being inside all the time.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I understand if you can't find anything to do, I would go crazy as well. However, I have a lot of things to do inside. Like as much as have a lot of things to do outside, I have a lot of things to do inside as well. Like I got my taxes done. I'm being productive as hell.
Yeah.
I got I'm working on my project for work. I'm playing games.
Yeah, I've been able to play like so much of a game. I've been working on Divinity 2
hmm
for ever. Like I have like 200 hours in that game.
hmm
Still never finished it.
Holy shit, 200 hours and haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, just because I keep like stopping, restarting, stopping, restarting,
Right.
and then finally like just had time to just sit down and play, and
Yeah.
play and play.
It's nice to get those single player games out of the
Yeah,
way,
like,
you know? Like
fuck.
you always wonder because you always hear, for me at least, I always hear such good things about these playing single player games. And when I play them, they are very good. But I don't have the time to finish them
Yeah,
because I have so many other things in my life that I get into. And then like
you know those like Telltale games where it's like
the story ones. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
choose your own adventure and like
You interact with the story with your decisions and everything.
I had so many of them just in my library. I finally got to play some of the Game of Thrones one. This shit's
Oh, there's one
great.
for Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just
It's nice to have this time for
I've been able
yourself.
to like journal a lot more. I've been able
Mm,
to just like work out a lot more.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like, when I'm bored, I'm like, I'm kind of bored of this game. Just go do some pull-ups or something.
Yeah. I like kind of motivate myself. Well, the gym aspect hasn't really affected me as much because I don't really go to the gym at all. But I work out at home,
Yeah.
so it's the same deal for me. Save money. I've been just doing more pull-ups now. It's nice because I brought my pull-up bar from my house over here to Tiffany's. I've been just using it here a lot more now.
I mean, it's not to say that I don't like hanging out with friends because that's like one of the best things in life. It's just that spend like we don't even have to really be doing anything. Just
Mm-hmm.
like the company of the people that you love. It's just like balancing that with finding time for yourself, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
doing things that interest you, like gaming.
Even though I'm here, I can still feel like I'm just by myself. On my computer, I just put my headphones on.
Yeah,
I'm like my own world. But then, like, if I'm ready to like socialize or interact with like
just take them
Brandon,
on.
yeah, take him off. I talk to Brandon, hang out with Austin a little bit, and then they're already here to hang out with. I'm like, wow, I get the best of both worlds. You know, it's kind of like the cabin trip. You go inside and outside. It's kind of like that.
That I want that for all the time,
that's why.
forever.
That's why I have that here. It's very nice. You know, but at home I don't really have that.
Right,
Unless like I don't. I go home. I'm like in my room the whole time. I don't really interact with any of my
dude.
family
I'm
members.
like, that's all I do is just spend time in my room. I like rarely. I'm rarely in the living room or anywhere else. That's why I feel like I want an apartment with like a room and then there's a living room. So like I just hang out with all my roommates and then it'd be like, all right, I'm going back to my room. And just go inside. And then when I'm ready to come back, I'm like, hey guys,
Mm.
living room hangout time.
Have you ever thought about bringing a computer down to the living room?
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, you don't think
But
it'll
then
work?
I don't know.
Just put your headphones on,
I guess that's true.
and then you drown out everything else. You know.
Just
But
like have your room just for sleeping.
yeah, exactly. It's kind of like I thought about it. I thought I would be more annoyed because my parents would keep nagging me to do stuff for them if I'm on my computer in the living room because I'm more accessible if
Right.
I'm out there. but it would be nice to have the company of other people
Hmm.
around. I guess you interact with your family a
And then
little
what if I
more.
want to be on my computer alone, just like play, like watch a movie by myself? You know, I don't know.
That works. I mean, I do have my computer and the computer down here. I just watch Netflix on my own computer and just put my headphones on. I mean, that's what me, Austin, and Brandon do. We just, like we'll watch our own videos, and then if we ever like need to like ask each other something, we will not hesitate to bother. You know, we're not we're not ever feeling like we're being bothered.
I just feel like there's like a lot of like sound like from multiple sources.
Yeah, that's true.
It would
Distract you a little
distract
bit.
me, yeah, for sure.
I don't mind it too much. Though.
Okay.
That's like something you have to get. You don't really care about. But you know what's nice though? Ever since we've been doing this quarantine, me, Brandon, Austin, Shijin has been. We've been going on Discord. Shijin has been streaming like Hulu or Netflix
And
on
you
one
guys
screen.
like watch it together.
Yeah, we would just like join the live stream. We just watch it together, and it's just a good. It's like a good time. We're having a stream party. You
That's
know,
cute.
we're basically watching a Netflix shows together. We watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine. We watched South Park, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. We watched the whole season of Atlanta. It was actually a really good time. Have you felt like you gotten enough recharge, or you still feel like you want to keep recharging right now?
I mean, I feel like I definitely got enough recharge, but I don't want to be like doing too much socializing right now, you know,
Mhm.
because of all the Corona stuff.
Cool. Yeah.
Just got to be responsible. Still,
Do your part.
yeah.
Yeah. Do your part. Minimize spread and transmission of the
Right.
disease.
That's why I just didn't like going to people's houses mostly. Mo- Mostly Sabrina. That's it. And like between there and home, I haven't really been out much. Well, I came
Mhm.
here a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We're trying to like just limit it as much as possible. But I'm recharged now, so I'm ready for this quarantine to end,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
ready to socialize.
Yeah, I'm ready to go out again.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. I've been hearing a lot ever since this COVID-19 thing's been calling like since it started. I haven't experienced it myself yet, but like I heard like a lot of like news about how a lot of racism or xenophobia towards like Asian people now, and like
Yeah,
you know
unfortunately.
it's kind of crazy. But I haven't like dealt with it firsthand, other than a patient. Like kind of like I was going in the patient room, and it was like she was like rule out COVID-19, but like I had a mask on and everything, but she like saw my eyes. I guess she like looked at me. She's like, oh, she's like, where are you from? I was like,
America.
I was like, here, America. She was like, oh, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, you speak really good English. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh,
Microaggressions, dude.
yeah, dude. I like told this to my coworker. She's like, you should have said you have really good English too.
You know what? Your English is not bad either.
Yeah. But I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I was born here. I was like, yeah. I was born here.
Microaggressions, dude. Freaking
Yeah.
racism.
Yeah, pretty much. And she was like, oh, okay, so you are from America. I was like, what?
Fuck
I'm
you,
like,
dude. Fuck you.
that's like the only time that like, honestly, it's not the only time, but it has happened before, but like over the years, like a handful of times. But this is what just more recently that's just happened.
I hate that so much.
But like, I don't know. I don't ever let it get to me. I just brush it off. And just,
Was it like an older person or a younger person?
It was more of an older person. Yeah.
You know what? I can't
was-
excuse them for just because they're old. You know, this is
more like middle age, older.
still
yeah.
like you're a human of now. You know, it doesn't
Mhm.
matter when you grew up. You're a person of now. You know,
you gotta like adapt
For
to
real.
today's standards and societies now.
I've actually the most recent example of that, like racism that I've or like microaggression racism that I've dealt with recently was like at the club. Some guy was like trying to like talk to the girls or something,
Mhm.
and I just had to like do that thing where you lean in, and you're like, "Hey man, back off,"
Mhm.
And he was like, "Wait, why? Does she have corona?" And I was like, "Wait, what?"
What the fuck, dude?
I was like, "All right, you know what? Maybe he was like." I was like, all right, maybe he's just afraid of corona. But at the time, it was like so early, and it was like only in China or something like that.
Mhm.
It was back when it was like really, really early, and we like
didn't have any like case.
yeah, it was just
reported cases.
it was
yet.
only in China, and then he was like, "Why? Does she have corona?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's dumb. That's fucking ignorant. This is immediately assumed that she has corona, even though we have nothing reported here yet.
Yeah, at the time it was just like it wasn't even like a thing. We didn't have first cases yet in America.
How do you deal with that? You just like ignore it? Shit. I feel like you just can't stoop down to the level. It's like, dude,
Yeah, these
just get the
people are
fuck outta
ignorant,
here.
you know?
You ever see that that one Instagram post or that video where there's like these 20s, I think college kids are going to spring break,
Yeah.
and like their videos like, oh yeah, if I get the corona, I get the corona, you know,
the
like
backwards hat guy. Fuck it.
yeah, dude,
If I get corona, I get corona.
exactly.
It is what it is, bro.
Yeah, like we had this this trip planned out like in advance, like 2 or 3 months ago. It will be a waste if you didn't go to it. Blah 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 blah. I was like, dude,
because the thing people don't realize is like it's not. We don't care about you getting sick. We're afraid of who you will get sick. You know, who you're gonna interact with, who you're gonna like infect. Basically, it's not about you. It's not all about you.
You gotta think about other people, dude, and just honestly, that just shows how
like I will even admit that when this was first a thing, I was on the fence. I was like on the side of like, it's like it's not that big of a deal right now. Like we shouldn't be panicking, whatever. Now that I've seen all the numbers and seen the data and like just read up on it, I'm on the side of like, yeah, definitely quarantine. I think people just need to be more or think more about other like the impact versus like how your personal impact, how it'll affect the rest of humanity. Because it's not always like, even if you don't get, or even if you get it and you don't die, you could get sick and then give it to someone who will die. And I think we have an obligation, to
uphold like
or at least like help each other out.
Yeah, that's
If
pretty much
like preventing deaths is not preventing deaths is the same as killing someone, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're not trying to help, well, you're like actively spreading.
It's like the train thing. You're like, oh, it's fine. If I don't pull the train, like, or if I don't pull the lever, like, one guy's gonna die. It's not a big deal or whatever. But then if you, I don't know, that was a wrong example.
Yeah, I was like, someone's gonna die regardless.
No. So
isn't that how the train metaphor works? Is it like you pull the lever, you save 5 people, 1 person dies, or if you don't pull the lever, 5 people die, but you save that 1 person? I think.
Right. So if you don't do anything, 5 people will die.
Yeah.
But then if you pull the lever and just do a little bit of, you will save a lot of life. But
there you go. I think that kind of correlates because you're still trying to do something to save them. What's it called? I thought it was like a study.
Like freaking Selena Gomez was like, people dying, it's like inevitable.
Wait, like, I think it's Vanessa Hudson's, right?
What did I say?
Selena Gomez.
Oh shit, you're right.
It
was Vanessa Hudgens. Fuck.
I think I saw that though.
She was like, inevitable? And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, dude, like,
that was kind of callous. Like, people's family members are dying. You can't say that shit.
Yeah, it's inevitable. Like, no, dude.
Like, people are gonna die, but not as many as you. Like, we could.
That's like saying someone's pointing a gun at you, and you could or someone's pointing a gun at her, and then you could have do something to stop it, but you decided not to because she's gonna die eventually of old age. So why not just let it happen? I was like, what?
You were gonna die anyways.
Yeah.
So
why not just happen now than later? Like, what? No. That's just, I don't know. It's really, I feel like this whole thing is bringing out a lot of people's color, like true color kind of thing.
The worst in people.
The worst in people, exactly.
Racists.
And what their thought processes are. I don't know.
Because I think people are, like, they're just thinking it won't affect their lives personally. Or the people they know personally.
Until it happens.
Yeah.
And then when it happens, they'll be crying wolf, like, what the fuck? Why aren't people doing that?
Like, why didn't you tell me sooner? Like, yeah, we tried.
This is, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah. No one ever thinks it's going to happen to them until it does.
Mm-hmm. That's the sad truth. Oh, it won't happen to me. I lived my life 20-something years now. nothing's bad happened yet, and then, oh my god, it's finally happening to me. Why is this happening to me? Like, what did I do
We tried to
wrong?
warn you.
Yeah, like heed the warnings, dude.
That's why I've been trying to like do my part, stay inside, wash my hands,
Definitely
even though I'm still at home. You know.
get that social distancing of 6 feet.
Yeah, because even though it's been a quarantine, I've been trying to like do stuff outside, like go for a hike,
Mhm.
go um go for a walk or something, just to get some fresh air. But even then, I'm like trying to avoid people. Like on the hike, I was like, "Ugh," like stay over there.
I read that like passing by is not bad.
Yeah,
It's like it's okay. Like social distancing doesn't. It only matters if you're
in like close proximity with people like,
yeah
for
for a good
extended amount of time.
yeah. But like passing by is fine.
Like
That's
went to a bakery, and it was like Sabrina went to a bakery, and they were like, "Can you guys stand like 6 feet apart?" And it was like the store is really small, so it was like, um, I'll I'll try. It's just like from one end of the store to the other end of the store, and just like this is working, I guess. And Sabrina was like, I mean, when I went to go pay, he was standing 1 foot in front of me, so I don't know what the like. I don't know what he wanted me to do. I was like, hmm, I don't know. They're trying their best.
yeah. You gotta make do with what you got.
just, just try your best, guys.
At Micro Center, they had duct taped the lines 6 feet apart so that it shows where people should stand from each other.
That's nice.
So it gives people a reference or a guideline to help them know how far apart they should be while waiting in line.
Hmm.
But yeah, had you one thing that came across my mind in the past week or so? I was like, have you ever felt like you ever had imposter syndrome?
Like, like all the time.
Like all the time, yeah, dude. Like literally in my profession right now, I would consider myself very very lucky, but it comes true to the name when people say to you network, like learn how to network because networking gets you probably the farthest in today's society. But like where I am now as a nurse, I was like super unqualified for this position. Like when I posted the job opening, it was like you have to have a GPA of like 3.25, you need to have a bachelor's degree, and before you can even apply, you need to have your RN licensure. I was like, I don't have any of these things, but I'm gonna apply anyways because my luckily my supervisor was one of the was my teacher or instructor for school, and she told me to apply, and then she
But
would
you have all that stuff now, though, right? Your license and
not all of it. No, I have my licensure, but I don't have my bachelor's yet. But I'm still working to get my bachelor's right now, and well, I didn't have the 3.25 GPA. I had like a 2.8, 2.9. So like I was very underqualified, but like it was crazy because
do you still feel unqualified for it now?
I still feel like I have the imposter syndrome.
Like, how did I get here?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't deserve to be here.
And for those who don't know, I believe what imposter syndrome means is like you don't deserve like the position that you are in currently.
Like, you think that you like how you got here was by mistake.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, did they just hire the wrong person, or like did they like I don't deserve to be here? That sort of thing.
Yeah. Like the amount of effort that you feel like, I think you feel like the amount of effort that you put in that you feel like you shouldn't have gotten to, like how far you should have gotten to, like you get like was it like, is this how it really works? That you get like a high ranking position, not high ranking position, but somewhere farther in your career that someone else probably better deserves than you would.
But
But
that's not true. It might not be true though. It's just like you think that.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Like you just believe that like you just doubt your accomplishments, or you're afraid of being exposed as a fraud or an imposter.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, it's anxiety that someone's just gonna be like, wait a minute, you are not a real like nurse or whatever. Get out of
Right.
here. And you're like, oh, you're right. And it's fear and anxiety. It's not.
Uh-huh.
It might not because you worked hard to be where you are,
Mm-hmm.
and all the things that you have, you deserve to be like you deserve to have,
Hmm.
but you just don't believe it. You're like, like I didn't actually try that hard, even though you did. You put in all this work, and you're like, I didn't actually
Mm.
like. Oh, it doesn't seem. I feel like I should have worked harder,
Hmm.
but that's just your fear and anxiety.
I think I still do have it then. But like everyone's been telling me, however, like at my workplace, they've been telling me I've been like doing a really good job and like
Yeah, that sometimes exacerbates it, makes it worse because you're like, all these people are telling me this, like all these praises and stuff, but like
yeah.
I don't believe it. You're like, I think they're all wrong.
I don't know.
You
That's just
deserve it, Tin.
thank you.
I believe in you. Spring break.
What? Wait, why spring break?
Sorry, it was a reference. Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, it's crazy how far I've gone for some like how I got to this point through networking. Like I really don't think they would have considered me at all for this position if I didn't have anyone to if I didn't network to my supervisor because she was like telling me like you gotta apply. I'm gonna talk to the manager and I'm
Right.
like, damn, am I like I'm because the way I was like taking this away from someone else who probably deserves it more than I do, maybe, you know.
Have you been finding ways to manage it, figure it out? Like,
I mean, it doesn't overwhelm me too much. It just sits in the back of my mind per se.
okay,
But I try my best to work as hard as I can and do at work. Like I take my work very seriously when I'm at work. Like I'm always asking questions and I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to like make sure that everyone doesn't see me as a liability, but more so as like a resource
right.
for to, if they need help with something, I'm there to help. And like I don't want them to feel like they made the wrong choice by picking me.
I feel like that's why I feel like I always have that imposter syndrome. I'm like,
Hmm.
I don't deserve this. And then I feel like I try too hard to like compensate, you know? I'm like,
Hmm.
I have to like do all this extra stuff or say all this extra stuff. But I feel like I've been trying to tell myself or trying to like get myself to believe that, you know what, like you put in a lot of work, you are a good person, you deserve this. Like, I'm just trying to like convince myself
Hmm.
that I deserve the things that I have. It's hard though.
Hmm. I feel like sometimes it's a good thing, like in a positive spin to it. It helps me motivate myself more to do more,
I mean,
to push myself more.
yeah, it depends. If you can channel that energy into some like bettering yourself, then that for sure it's a good. It's like I wouldn't say it's a good thing. I would say it's a motivating thing.
Mm, a motivating factor.
But
That
like
works.
some people just have like get it to the point where like it overwhelms them and then like distracts them from like basking in their accomplishments and just like enjoying what they have.
Hmm. It does, however, grow on. It takes over a little bit if I do something wrong at work. If I make a mistake at work, I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude, like this shit. Like I should have known better. But they always
Right.
tell me like mistakes happen.
Right.
Like you learn. Like all it takes is one mistake, and you learn from it. You won't ever do it again.
For
I'm
sure.
like, that's true.
That's true.
That is very true.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's been on my mind a little bit. Just the idea of the imposter syndrome, because it's not overwhelming me where it's like I'm always
Good.
doubting myself, but like to the point that where it's still there. But it's also helping me motivate myself to like do better. Always striving to be
Yeah. Be
better.
better. Do better.
So it helps a lot, I would say. You saying you still have that too?
Yeah. I feel like it comes and goes. It depends on the situation. But I do feel like I need to try harder sometimes. I'm like, well, I don't deserve this. I don't
Hmm.
deserve. Not even in a like professional setting, like not even jobs and stuff. It's just like in day to day life. Sometimes I like question my accomplishments. I'm like, do I deserve to be happy? Like I didn't work like I never. Why am I feeling so good or whatever? And I
Hmm.
start to doubt it. I'm like, wait a minute, why am I questioning my own happiness? I worked hard to be here. I like did all the things that you're supposed to do to manage your anxiety or um manage your depression and manage like all your like bullshit and stuff. And then sometimes I'm just sitting there. I'm like, why am I like I don't deserve to be happy. That sort of thing. Like the anxiety creeps back in. I don't know. It's just
I feel like, damn, that's rough to think. That don't deserve to be. I feel like everyone deserves to be happy, but like,
in the sense of like, wow, I'm finally at a good place, and I start to doubt it. I'm like, wait, why do I like? Did I deserve to be here? And like, let's for example, like, dating. I was like, I don't like, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to be happy. And I feel like that's a form of imposter syndrome. I think it's just like that fear of like, like it because it kind of is an accomplishment, you know, like
to get to the next level of someone,
yeah.
or just get, you know.
And I'm like, wait, do I deserve this? But then I'm like trying to remind myself, like, all right, no, you worked hard, you're a good person, you know,
Yeah.
or someone's just gonna be like, you're a fraud, you're a liar. I'm like, what? What?
That's like the scariest thing for someone to say to you. Like, if you're underperforming in your like position or role, it's like people come up to me like, why are you even here?
Yeah, why are you even here? You're like,
like, oh fuck, dude.
I don't know.
And then you start doubt. That's
Yeah,
it.
I don't know. Why
I
am
would
I
really
here?
start doubting myself. I'm like, shit, dude, I don't deserve this at all.
Oh man, it's rough.
You know, like it's kind of funny though, because there was someone else who was hired before me, but like she gets really frantic and whatever is going on at work.
Oh no.
But someone like the veteran nurses are like, when she like goes into like another room, the veteran nurses like will come out. I was like, I don't understand why she's being so frantic about this little thing. And I'm like, it's like you're newer than she is, but you're like calm and collected. And I was like, I like, to be honest, like I feel like kind of like that a little bit in the inside, but I don't show it as well as much, you know.
Yeah.
But I just kind of like, I know what to do. I just, you know, I just gotta approach it calmly,
Right.
you know. But it's just, I don't know. I feel bad.
That poor girl. She's probably doing her best.
Yeah, she's a good nurse. She's just like the little small details, just kind of
Flustered.
Yeah, the little small details, which is like good too, because like if you
Detail oriented person.
very detailed, yeah. There's just a very good detail in your person, because you should always keep it like, basically nursing is all about assessments and like keep an eye on the little smallest changes, and like being able to catch it early.
It's like 12 milligrams per deciliter.
Yeah.
10 deciliter. Fuck.
Exactly. So I guess where she's coming from. But yeah, that's like the biggest fear. Someone saying to me, "Why are you even here? What are you like? You're not contributing anything." Like, oh my fucking fuck.
No.
That's like the worst fear. If someone says that to you, it's like, especially with someone that you're learning from.
Yeah.
It's like very detrimental to your like mental. Big hit to the mental. Boom. I don't want that to ever happen though. I don't want ever someone questioning me my ability to do something.
I feel like in the beginning though, you have to give them like, all right, they're new, they're learning,
the benefit of the doubt.
right? And then when they've been working at it for like years, and then they still do make the same like bullshit mistakes, then you can be like, why are you even here?
Yeah.
At that point, then you can call them out because
they're not learning from the mistakes,
and they're not making efforts to like fix them.
Mm-hmm. It's just, but I do want to get to that level where I can.
You can start questioning people.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, like this has been going on for the past 3 weeks. Like, what's going on?
Clearly, I'm a very anxious person.
Is there something that drives your anxiety? It's just what people think of you.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest. That's where it all stems from.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how I want to be viewed by people and how I want to be thought of.
How you want to be remembered.
Damn, dude. Legacy.
Legacy.
What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
You ever have that thought where when you pass away, you wonder who's gonna show up to your funeral?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I was wondering that too, man. Even though it's such like a sad thought, it's kind of like who will show up to my funeral? You know?
Who's gonna be like? They get like the invitation. They're like, nah.
Yeah.
Fuck you, you bitch.
Like you come with an obituary, like I think I'm working that day.
You're just like ghost standing in their office, like, what the fuck?
What the fuck, dude? Another mail comes in, like, why did you show?
It's yeah, it's crossed my mind once or twice.
Do you see it as like a really big funeral? Like a lot of people would be there?
Yeah, I think so. I always get afraid that like it's gonna be like freaking Ebenezer Scrooge, and then like no one's just like a decrepit tombstone. No one's there.
Yeah. Oh no, that's so sad.
Ghost of future past, I'm sorry.
And it kind of brings it back to like the movie too, Coco, where like if no one remembers you
disappear.
You disappear forever.
That freaked me up.
Oh man, that's
So
like the biggest fear for me too. Like I want people to remember me.
I wrote a whole blog about it when that movie came out.
Yeah.
About legacy, how and like how you want to be remembered and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because that movie really got to me. It was really really hit home.
Same. I like before going into that movie. I think I told a lot of people this, but like, it was back when we had Movie Pass. When we're thriving with Movie Pass and going to movies every other day. I think it was like Tiffany's cousins were like telling me, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go to the movie theater to see Coco." I'm like, "Coco? I never heard of this movie before."
You thought it was gonna suck, right?
Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck?" So I watched the trailer. And I was like, "This movie looks like shit." I was like, "But you know what? I have Movie Pass. It's not gonna cost me a dime, to watch an extra movie. It's a good thing I have Movie Pass. Let's go. I had really low expectations. This movie's gonna suck and whatever. Watch this movie. I'll come out. I'm like bawling my eyes out, dude. I'm bawling my eyes out. I never saw a movie that touched my heart so much.
Dude, I was actually full sobbing in the theater.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like sometimes when you'll just tear up really hard at movies?
Yeah.
No, I was full like
Exactly, dude. I had like multiple. I needed tissues, dude. My fucking sleeve was like damped and like in tears.
I forget who I was with. Everyone was just like, the movie ended and everyone was like, "So what did you think of the?" Oh, and I was just sitting there like,
I was like, you don't even know. You don't know, dude. It was so. Oh my god, it's crazy how you have like a low expectation of a movie and how hard it hits you, dude.
got me good.
Yeah, hit you like it blindsided you. You're like, what the fuck, dude?
Whenever that movie comes up, I always tell them like, yeah, I full cried, actually cried,
full on cry, dude. And I don't know, I consider that movie like movie of the year, 2017 movie of the year.
Wait, that was 2017.
I think it was 2017.
Oh my goodness!
I remember pretty much I was stating it on like the line chat. I was like, guys, I don't care what anyone says. Movie of the year 2017 for me. No other movie has really impacted me that hard before. Very surprised. Whoever made that movie, good job. A thumbs up.
Disney.
2 thumbs up. But they did some research on like I like how Disney does their research too on like cultures and everything. It's kind of cool. They don't shy away from that.
I mean, because they have unlimited resources, they can do as much research as they want.
That's true. That's very true. No movie has hit me that hard since. So I'm kind of, and that way, kind of raised their bar a little bit.
For all future Disney movies?
Yeah. Frozen 2 is shit. I don't care what says. All the songs, shit.
I enjoyed it the first time I watched it because I was like, that was like interesting. And then I watched it like a couple more times and I was like, I don't understand the story. Like there's too much going on. I'm so like,
yeah.
How does she? I don't know. I was like, never mind. I don't like this movie anymore.
It was really hard to follow, and the songs don't really like bring you in as well either.
Yeah.
It looks like they grabs like some melodies from other old songs that they had, and they just try to make it work from there, like a snippet of a tune put into a new song. Let's change the lyrics up, and let's try to build some more melodies off of that. I feel like it was more of a cash grab kind of movie. Like,
wow. Just like riding the coattails of the first one.
Yeah. It was like, we made so much money on the first one to see how, like, we just need to bang out a second movie to see how much we can get.
I think what happens, though, is like, sometimes they get so caught up in the fact that the first one was so good, they have to, like, do better, add more, like change it up. And
Mhm.
then what happens is like, all right, now there's too many plot points and there's too many like things going on and there's a lot of like they're trying to fit too many ideas in and they rush the music.
Mhm.
It just feels like a lot of too much going on.
I think I enjoy watching Greatest Showman though, even
I
though it wasn't a Disney movie. I don't think.
Yeah, no. I think the soundtrack is great.
Mhm.
I think the movie is terrible.
The story was very like rushed. Between the songs, you can tell like between every song there's like a little bit like a little time skip going on, or
What it felt like to me was they made the soundtrack first and then
mhm.
they're like, "Oh shit, we got to fit a movie around this." So they just like they're like, "Who is like a historical figure?" And they just like spun a wheel.
Mhm.
P.T. Barnum, cool. And then they're like, "All right, let's make a movie up about P.T. Barnum with this music." I literally think that movie is not great. It's like it's terrible, but I freaking love the songs.
Mhm. The songs
I will jam out to the music
are
any day.
really good. Story, it did lose me a couple times, like but the whole banking situation. I was like, I don't understand how he had to give up all his shit because of the bank or whatever, or because someone like
I mean, they don't really explain it.
too
And
well. Yeah, it was very hard to follow, but however, I did get the moral of the story about how like he chose the life that he didn't have over his family,
Mhm.
you know. So it was actually kind of nice how they kind of like portray that in a way. But with the songs in there, it's very hard to have a plot around it because you only have so much time to play around it. Overall, I think I liked the movie, even though the plot was kind of mediocre for me. I got the point, the gist of the movie. Don't take for granted what you have. Like know where you came from, kind of thing. But the music is what really like brought it, like kind of saved the movie in a way. If the music wasn't there, then I was like, this isn't like another like what other movie is like similar to that where you don't take shit for granted.
I don't know.
Where you take shit for granted and you kind of go for a life of wealth or whatever.
Like every movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's something I have been thinking about in the last like day or two. Actually, I've been trying not to take things for granted. All the things like um I wasn't able to do, or like during the quarantine, all the stuff that like you're not allowed to do. I'm like,
Mhm.
man, I really took that for granted. Like going out, like just hanging out in a big group, or like being close to people,
It's-
going to the friggin' restaurant just to eat. Like you
it's-
can't even go to the restaurant right now.
you can't go and eat anymore. You
I
can't
was
eat
like,
out. You can only
man,
take out now. At least we can have takeout
trying
in a
not
home
just
setting.
just trying to like, man, I really took a lot of things for granted.
It's crazy how I never thought we would see the kind of thing in our lifetime.
That's what I'm saying. Remember in the last podcast, I was like thinking about how this will go down in history. Like, what are
Mhm.
they gonna write in the history books about this period? It's gonna be so interesting to see.
Mhm. I can't wait for the movies to come out too. The movies, dude. Oh,
Corona.
Corona, the virus,
It's gonna be called the Rona.
the Rona.
La Llorona.
Where are we at now?
106.
106.
You wanna wrap it up?
Sure. So, at the end of every episode, I'm sure you guys know, but at the end of every episode, we have to go into our segment called "What's Up with You," where we get to share what's going on in our daily lives or what we're, our latest interests has been, and yeah, who you want to start it off? What's up with you?
Um, so recently I've been listening to uh Rex Orange County's new album Pony.
Pony.
Yeah. So
Rex Orange County.
yeah, honestly, I feel like the album's kind of like like okay.
Mhm.
It kind of feels like backgroundy music. It's just like very like you could put it on and just let it play in the background and it won't even. It feels like chill music, you know. But one song that really stuck out to me is called Pluto Projector. Like I just put it on and I was just listening to it and I kind of just tuned it out because it was just like that's how like like whatever, you know. It was just very backgroundy music until that song came on, and then it actually caught my ear, and I like, wow, this song's good. So yeah, I really like the fact that the fact that it caught my ear and pulled me out of whatever I was doing. I feel like that's the mark of a good song.
Like brings you out, like actually catches your attention.
You're right. I was like, wow, I really like this song. It's called Pluto Projector.
Usually for those songs, I was like, I'll immediately hit that like button. I'm like,
Yeah.
I had the save library. I need to go back and re-listen to the song. And then Pluto Projector by Orange County.
County.
Rex Orange County. What genre is that?
It's kind of like pop, but like bedroom pop, kind of like
Bedroom pop.
Okay, so if you don't know what that is, it's sort of like so bedroom pop is this genre of like small artists who like make music in their bedroom. It sounds like they made it in their bedroom and then they put it on SoundCloud.
Okay.
That sort of thing.
Like
people
SoundCloud
like
rappers.
Yeah, like SoundCloud rappers like Billie Eilish. She kind of has that feel. Well, her old stuff, and then like Gus Dapperton had that sort of feel. Rex Orange County.
That's kind of crazy. I usually don't listen. Is that do you listen to the whole album?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because I don't really listen to people's albums. I like to nitpick one song from like a good song, like not good songs, but songs that I like from them, and then we'll add it to myself.
Mhm.
If I listen to the album, sometimes I don't even like the other songs. I
Yeah.
just like,
But that's why I only saved that one song.
yeah.
Because I find that sometimes like people make albums with an idea in mind or like a theme,
Mhm.
and I like to like listen to the whole thing, see if I get it, or like see if I can pick out like any common like ideas throughout.
Mhm.
Most of the time, I'm like, I only like this one and this one.
Yeah. You'll find like your two favorite songs from their album, but like,
I like the ones like the old school rap albums that have like a whole story to it.
mhm.
There's like one, I forget his name, but it was like the whole thing was like samples of Saturday morning cartoons, the whole rap album.
Oh
So
shit.
and like basically like the first intro song was like it like he was like pretending to be sick so he didn't have to go to school or something or whatever.
Mhm.
And then the last track was like his mom coming home and like asking how his day went, and all the songs in between was like each show on TV. He just sampled the theme song
Mhm.
and just like rapped over it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was like, nice, that's really cool. So the whole thing was like kind of like a story.
And it kind of like brings you through like a journey, like a
Yeah.
thing. That's cool. The only time I ever listened to like a full album was way back when, like when I was in listen to like alternative like punk rock days.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Like those are the times where I listened to the whole album. Like for example, Linkin Park. I listened to like Hybrid Theory, Meteora,
yeah, those are my two favorite.
Minutes to Midnight. I was a really big Linkin Park fan. Evanescence. I listened to that whole album too.
Linkin Park was my first CD.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
First CD ever.
Dude, I don't know. Oh man, I love Linkin Park. I can sing like almost every other song.
Rest in peace, Chester.
I know. Chester Bennington. Oh man. You did great music. AFI. Like a lot of they used a lot of
Wow.
like rock songs. Yeah. A lot of like alternative punk rock songs.
This is all the shit I listened to.
Yeah. That was like back in like middle school, high school days. But yeah, that was the only time I started listening to the whole albums. But nowadays, it's just too much. I can't keep up with the music now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What's up with you, Tin?
what's up with me? I've been quarantining at home like everyone else, but making the most of it. I've been catching up on a lot of games. I've been playing this game called it's a PC game for the actually I think it might be on consoles too, but it's called Path of Exile as of lately. I mean, I've been on and off of the game here and there, but I think on this run per se, I've actually learned a lot more of the in-game content, which has actually have made the game a lot more fun for me. Because before I didn't really know what the game I would like just kind of scratch the surface of the game. I didn't once I got to a certain point, I just thought like, oh, is this what the game is about? I think I'm good here. But there was actually like that was just only the tip of the iceberg kind of thing. It was a lot more what the game offered, and it was like learning how to trade currency in the game, learning the market value of all like different items and everything. It was very like stock market like game, like learning how to buy and sell shit
Yeah,
too.
it's like
You know.
funny because a lot of people are playing Animal Crossing right now,
Hmm.
and the price of fruits and vegetables like fluctuates really, really hard.
Oh
And
shit.
sometimes it would just be like yesterday turnips were only selling for like 100 uh, bells a piece.
Yeah.
Today it's each turnip is selling for 500. Buy, sell, sell, sell. Sell all your turnips today.
I've heard people on Reddit will share the turnip prices and
It's
like
freaking
yeah, and they will share their friend code and people like 50 people will get like will friend that one person just to
just to
sell
go
the.
to sell on their.
That's nuts, dude.
It's like stocks. It's like
Yeah.
you just watch the turnip prices daily and sell and buy.
I feel like I would love to play Animal Crossing, but I feel like I'm already too late to the train. Or like
No,
I've already that train has kind of set sail. People have gotten so far. Like by the time I will get my first like upgrade on the house, I feel like people already done the third.
I just got my house, and then Florence was like, "Yeah, I built this." I'm like, "Oh, wow." And you go to Sunny, she has like some kind of like crazy setup going on. She has like she sells stuff for like millions, hundreds of millions of bells a day or something like that.
What the fuck?
I was like,
100 million?
I'm like, wow. I'm all happy to sell like something for like
2 grand.
3K. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, 3K. And she's like, 200 mil. I'm like, what the fuck?
What can you buy with 200 mil now?
I don't know.
Like,
I
feel
just
like
she like screenshotted something and she was selling it like for like millions and millions of bells. I was
oh
like,
my god.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like if I jump in the train now, it's kind of like
That's the fun about the game though. It's very chill. So like you can do whatever you want,
mhm.
go at your own pace, just have fun, visit people's islands.
But I feel like the biggest part of the game is like interacting with people who are playing too.
Yeah, but like you don't have to be at the same level that they are. You
Not
can
the
just
same level, but like let's say I'm still playing the game, but like half the people already finished, like because they've unlocked all the end game content. Because
wow.
and like I just wanted to like go visit their island, but they're not on it anymore, kind
I
of thing.
don't think that'll happen anytime soon because there's no like end.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep going. It's basically just like visit, hang out, buy, sell.
Yeah,
That's all.
that yeah. Well, it's also that, and I don't really have my own Switch either, so
Yeah. True.
But I don't know. I don't justify buying a whole console for one game.
I did that with the Switch. I bought the Switch just to play Breath of the Wild.
All right, that game. How? Okay, I guess there are some games that justify. I rescind my comment. However, I think
Objection.
yeah, there are some games that are worth buying the console for.
I know a lot of people are gonna buy PS5s for
The Last of Us? No.
for whatever. A lot of people bought or buy consoles just for one game.
That's
Back in the day,
man.
everyone bought what's called PS4 for like because they knew Final Fantasy 7 was coming out on it.
Oh shit. Oh, maybe Kingdom Hearts 3 as well.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 too.
That's true.
People are crazy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're a big
I
fan
agree
of
with
the
you
series,
though. I agree with you though. I can't justify buying besides Breath of the Wild.
yeah, it has to be like a certain game. And like if like really good reviews come out for that good game, then I would consider it. If I knew how good the game was, then I would like it's something that you can't like miss. It's like once in a lifetime kind of game, a game that like makes its mark in the gaming history.
Yeah.
Then it would justify buying the console for it. Then yes, I will buy the console for. Or I will test drive it on someone else's console, and then I will buy the console for myself and then play it.
Wow.
But yeah.
Yeah. So
But yeah, thanks for listening,
we gotta
guys.
shout out our new
sh-
Patreon subscribers.
Yes, we have 2 new subscribers on top of the 2 that we already have.
Wow.
Do you want to announce them?
We have Sabrina Chung.
Special shout out. Thank you, Sabrina.
Shout out.
Yes.
Thank you for your support. And we have
Melissa Curry. Thank you,
Yay.
Melissa.
Shout out to Melissa.
Shout outs to you. Thank you for being such good supporters of the Oka cast production. Without you guys, I don't know how we would be here. But, thank you for letting us do our thing and, graciously supporting us with your generosity. Well, I haven't been able to get on that vlogging thing yet, but it's still I've been looking up cameras and everything on how I want to do with things. So keep I'll keep you guys posted. And thank you for listening, guys. We'll tune in for the next episode and keep an eye out on any updates. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.